Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good afternoon and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Ciara Speller. We're going to get to our top 4 at 4 in just a moment, but first we have a look at your commuter traffic and your weather. So let's bring in Jack Wu with the 22 News Storm Team. Jack, Biggie still going on here. What are we looking at right now?
Yes, we're looking at a lot of traffic, especially in the Agawam area. So if you're on Memorial Drive, just prepare to take some time getting home if you are going that way. But other than that, traffic is pretty smooth at the moment. Northampton Route 5 coming southbound, that is seeing an abnormal amount of traffic at the moment. But other than that, it's picture perfect for your drive home. But let's take a look at the Biggie. On our Springfield live camera, we could see the hustle and bustle, and you can see all of the traffic on the road just over there. But we're also seeing a lot of cloud cover at the moment, which is dropping some of these temperatures. Look at that. Temperatures now mainly in the mid 60s, up and down 91, 65 in Westfield and Springfield. Berkshire County seeing similar temperatures, low 60s in Pittsfield, but mid 60s in Great Barrington and North Adams. Dew points are going to be lower, not looking at as humid conditions, mainly in the mid 50s, even seeing high 40s in Springfield and Westfield. Berkshire County also seeing those high 40s for our dew points. And our clouds and radar is showing some rain that's moving through the northeast, mainly through upstate New York. We'll let you know if this causes any impacts with the 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
Now for our top 4 at 4, Hampden County Sheriff Nick Kochi was arraigned this morning in Springfield District Court after being arrested for OUI over the weekend. In a statement to 22 News, Sheriff Kochi's office said that they could confirm Kochi was at MGM Springfield Saturday night when he was arrested. Rob Rizzuto says that the sheriff was released on his own recognizance following the incident. After his arraignment, Sheriff Kochi spoke outside the courthouse about his arrest.
So today, I take full responsibility for what happened this past Saturday. I look forward to moving forward with the sheriff's office and continuing to do the great work that my men and women do each and every day for our community.
The judge approved Kochi's lawyer's request to set the next court date as October 29th. State Attorney General Andrea Campbell has named an independent investigator to look into the death of a state police recruit. Enrique Delgado Garcia died earlier this month following a training exercise. Attorney David Meir was selected to oversee his death investigation. Meir has been a trial attorney for over 30 years and serves as chair of the Government Investigations and Criminal Defense Practice Group. The Worcester County DA had said previously that it could not conduct the investigation because Delgado Garcia used to work as a victim witness advocate in their office. Well, the Sea Barn at the Big E is back open following a fire Friday night. The 161 horses were evacuated from the barn following that fire. Some were injured in the process, but are expected to recover. The Big E said that the building is operational, including the stall in which the fire started. Normal activities in the Coliseum have also resumed. Still no word on the cause of the fire, but investigators determined it was not criminal in nature. An iconic Springfield landmark will go up for auction today. The Massasoit House, Paramount Theater, has sat on Main Street for almost 200 years. It opened as a hotel in 1843 and was remodeled into the theater in 1929. It's been vacant for nearly a decade. According to the Springfield Preservation Trust, the current owner, the New England Farm Workers Council, renovated the theater into a nightclub until it closed in 2015 due to a shooting. Then they planned to redevelop again, but plans fell through, and the building has been empty ever since. Now it's set to be sold again today with an estimated price of nearly $2 million. All right, let's get another check of the weather with Jack Wu with the 22 News Storm Team.
Well, we are looking at a lot of cloud cover, and you mentioned that we haven't seen a lot of rain lately, but we could get some in the near future. 22 News Storm Team Skycast for 7 p.m. this evening. Looking at a lot of that cloud cover. If this results in a sprinkle, that is definitely not out of the picture. And going through the overnight, we do see a slight clearing of these clouds right around 12 a.m. Tuesday morning. But going into the day tomorrow, we're not seeing as much clouds as we saw earlier this morning, 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, but then we do start to see things develop going into the afternoon. And again, a sprinkle, definitely a possibility, but overall not looking at widespread showers going through the day on Tuesday. But the cloud cover is here to stick around. We'll let you know if there are any impacts through the rest of the week with the 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Trending today, if you sat in traffic to get to the Big E on Saturday, you were in the company of more than 178,000 people. New England's Great State Fair set a new all-time single-day attendance record with 178,608 fairgoers. That breaks the previous record by just over 800 people, which was set in 2022. Last year, more than 1.4 million people visited the fair. The Big E runs through September 29th. First responders are still searching for one of the 8 loose bulls that escaped from a rodeo Sunday at the Emerald Square Mall in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. The fire department said around 12:30 p.m. the bulls ran through the parking lot and jumped over a fence towards the woods. One bull was caught quickly and 6 others were found stuck behind a home. Those bulls were corralled with the help of the New England Rodeo and other law enforcement agencies. Anyone who sees the final bull is urged to call 911. Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. 22 News was in court today for the arraignment of Hampden County Sheriff Nick Kochi. We'll have an update from the hearing. Plus, the governor has signed a new bill into law criminalizing sexual assault by fraud of a medical professional. We'll have a report from the State House. And celebrating Hispanic heritage at Bay Path University. We'll take you to today's event on campus.
Now, one final check of the weather. We're not looking at lots of traffic impacts this evening. As we go towards Agawam, you do have the Big E. That is going to slow you down, especially if you're on Memorial Drive. And also going southbound on Route 5 near Northampton. That seems to be backed up a bit. So if you're heading down that way, take a little extra time getting home. Other than that, everything looks crystal clear. Ciara?
All right, Jack, thank you. And thank you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. You can join us tonight on TV starting at 5 and get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.